wanted to just touch base on a couple things and clarify a few things I said about training intensely and training as you get older. I think that as we get older, there's a lot of leeway for us to get really strong and do some pretty incredible things and make some big turnarounds with our life. But what I was talking about was how we get there. And if you haven't trained in a while, or you're suffering through like a lot of injuries and things like that, and you start training again, and you can't even come close to touching your toes, or you can't straighten your arms out like above your head, or do anything that remotely resembles quality movement, then you can still train and we can still work out. But you're going to have a lot of work to do to make sure that you are getting your movement back before you just start loading weight and loading intensity on your body. And I think that that is an important thing to look at rather than just trying to jump into doing 100 push-ups a day. Like, one of the biggest mistakes I see guys do in their 40s is they haven't done shit in 10 years, and then they decide, I'm going to do this push-up challenge with my friends. And almost every time, what happens? They do all these push-ups, and then their fingers go numb, or they have neck pain, or they have shoulder pain, because they have no movement in their thoracic cage, they have no movement in their shoulders as well, and they just put a bunch of intensity or volume of training on top of a body that just hasn't moved in a while. And so these are the type of things I know we look for when we're training people. We still take people who haven't done a lot in a while, and we take them through good workouts. And I believe that you can train. It's not like just physical therapy type stuff. But we have to kind of figure out what your limitations are, and then work around and give you modifications to start moving healthier and moving better with better quality movements. And so that's my big beef with like just jumping into a boot camp if you haven't done stuff in years, is because just going into high intensity if you haven't been moving well isn't the answer. It's, let's get you moving well and then build up the intensity over time so you're in the game for longer. I don't care about a 30-day challenge. I don't care about a 6-week weight loss challenge and then having you beat up and not being able to complete it or continue on past that 6 weeks. I care about what happens 6 years from now. Are you still in the game? And how you start off on the right foot is the important piece of that. So that's all I wanted to talk about and clarify about the intensity stuff and movement, is that you can get there, but there's some steps you need to take and some things you need to look at before you just jump back into it. If you have any more specific questions, just reach out and I'm happy to kind of answer them for you. All right, thanks.